Alright guys, it is haul time. It's a lot later now, so everyone's
Second
gone.
day, in fact.
Yes, everyone's gone home, so you don't get to see Luke and Daniel's stuff, but they might feature if we do another collection update video or something like that soon.
I'm sorry I'm looking off camera where there's a cat right in front here playing with the microphone. But anyway, we're just going to talk through the stuff that we bought. We've got piles on either side of us. Apparently this is how you do it online. Stef has informed me. So let's start off with Stef's pile on her side. What do we got there?
So, this is one that Daniel found for me while I was waiting around. There was a point in time where I had to sort of just guard the collection. I felt like the dragon in front of a cave where there was stuff all behind me, and I wanted to make sure no one accidentally thought it was still...
And people did.
Yeah, people would start like picking up stuff and looking at it. Sorry mate, this is taken. And it's just super awkward, but that happened a lot. So while I was guarding the collection, Daniel actually found this for me. Didn't even know this existed. You can see the $70 sticker there. It's Holly Golightly from Breakfast at Tiffany's. It is the deluxe version. I don't know what a standard version would have instead, but you can see she's got her iconic black dress that she wore in front of Tiffany's when she was having her breakfast. She's got a cigarette holder, a handbag, her sunglasses, her black gloves.
Cat.
And her cat named Cat. I was hoping the bag of croissant would be here because that's pretty important too. That was what she was eating in front of Tiffany's, but maybe it is in there.
She was eating a bag?
She was eating the croissant in
Oh.
the bag.
I have never seen the movie, that's why I'm asking maybe silly questions, but honestly, I don't know what goes on in these films.
The only thing that was supposedly wrong with it was sun damage, but I couldn't find any sun damage on the figure. I think it's actually sun damage on the box. You can see it's kind of faded on the back, so that hardly bothers me. She is, you know, a little bit paler in the body than she is in the head, but I think that might have just been a
Makeup?
product flaw. I don't know.
Was she wearing makeup in the movie? Anyway,
Yeah,
I've never
she was
seen the
wearing
movie.
heaps of makeup.
We'll open it and have a look. We'll confirm with you.
This one is for Kid Collection. So she's gotten into Gremlins lately. She hasn't actually seen the movie. She just really likes the look of Gizmo. So there was like a massive pile of these, and I think they dance and make noises and that sort of thing. But the batteries seem to be dead. There was literally a million of these, and they've gone down from $59.95, the old sticker is on here, to $15, which just shows how badly they want to get rid of them.
I don't know why. Like, I don't think it's damaged or anything. I think it's just they maybe had excess stock. Yeah. They've done that as well a couple of times. Is if they have too much, like pretty much brand new sealed box Hot Toys, were going for maybe $150 less than retail just because they had too many. And I think that's what might have happened with our friend Gizmo here, unfortunately.
Either way, he's very cute. Even if he doesn't work,
I hope he functions.
I'll try replacing the batteries, but he's still very cute either way.
What does it say? Twist his neck? Oh no.
Twist.
Remove the twist tie from his neck. Okay.
Yes,
alright, anyway, we'll see how that goes.
Cool. I think I have some stuff on your side.
Oh, we're doing all of your stuff. Okay, well we've got some pops here, of course. It's Popcultcha. They specialize in pop. There was like a whole half of the warehouse, which you've probably already seen by this point in the video. A whole half of the warehouse was dedicated solely for Funko Pop.
Yep.
It was crazy.
They were all going for $5 each, except for some of their exclusives. So
except for our friend Pushinicorn. For those of you who don't know, we're obsessed with Pusheen.
Because she looks like our cat.
She looks like our cat, or our cat looks like Pusheen. So this one was $25.
Yes, because that's
these two were $5.
Yes.
So
and there's hardly any damage on there. They say they've got damaged boxes or some sort of paint flaw or something, but these two, they were in pretty good condition. I really don't think
they don't look too bad. They don't look too bad.
And I think it's just Geralt left for me. So
Witcher.
I didn't see that.
Toss a coin.
I didn't see that much Witcher stuff there. There was only about one shelf with just these statues.
But they had a few of these, right?
They had a lot of these. They had a lot of Eridan, which is the main villain from the Witcher 3
Is that the skull-looking guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then a lot of Triss, and I think that was about it. You can tell who is more popular. But they had a fair few of these, so I found this easy to pick up. But apparently Ciri is really hard to get your hands on, so unfortunately she wasn't there. Nor was...
There was one, but someone got it like right before we got there.
The girl was on the phone next to me, like bragging Oh, I just got the last one. I'm just
It's a bit weird.
standing next to like...
Don't brag. That's a bit weird. But anyway, I'm glad she got it. I'm glad
fine.
someone got it.
But it looks pretty cool, and it's only $30. I don't know what the original retail price was, but...
I think there were more.
They said the only problem was the damaged packaging, which... I mean, it's crumpled, but it's not enough to...
It's fine. It's a little bit rough. The plastic is a little bit warped, but let's be honest. He's coming out anyway. It's going to be fine.
Exactly.
The figure itself, or the statue itself, looks perfectly serviceable, so we're more than happy with that.
And that's the case with most things, especially the hot toys. A lot of the times it's just that the box is punctured or something like that, and if you're really there for the figure, you don't mind. It's like, 100, 150, almost 200 off. Sometimes
even less. Like that guy right there. Can I have that one right there? So, Sideshow, Red 5 X-Wing pilot. Look, I don't do a lot of Sideshow figures anymore. I'm just not a fan of the bodies. They tend to deteriorate, and the head sculpts aren't that great most of the time. But this guy was sitting there for $70, and I couldn't pass that up. He's kind of hard to find. It doesn't really look like there's anything wrong with him, of course, except for the average head sculpt, which I will be replacing at some point. But I'm glad I got him, and maybe you'll see a video on him soon. A custom of sorts with a Hot Toys head sculpt. But $70 is really not that bad, I didn't think. Anyway.
No, that's probably about $50, which...
Maybe even less.
I've never heard of a figure being that.
No, especially... They're usually pricey as well.
Yeah.
Same thing with this guy. Not everyone's favourite figure. But you can see the price tag. $100, 100 schmackaroonies for Imposter Joker. And I'm trying to unsheath him so you can see. Unfortunately, the box has been installed upside down, but he's in there. Imposter Joker, this is one that I reviewed, and I let go, but I am a bit of a completionist, and I'm trying to complete the line, so I had to go back and get him. Apparently, the only issue is his pants are lifting, whatever that means. So I haven't actually we haven't opened any of this stuff, so I don't know how bad the actual pant lifting issue is, but we will have to confirm that in a future video. Now this one is one that Daniel picked up, and thank goodness he did. I wasn't quick enough for a couple of these things because I was like mad dash running through, and I was like, I like that, I like that, I like that, but I didn't actually grab everything as that pile of stuff goes falling. So Indiana Jones, another Sideshow figure. Apparently the only issue is his right foot pops out, but he can stand. So that could mean I'll need to do a body swap or something to do with the actual receptacle for the foot peg. I don't know what type of body that Sideshow used for this figure. It's probably not great. So I might have to do a swap anyway. I like to use ZC Toys muscular bodies for stuff like this. So that's what I may do. Anyway, he was $100. Again, pretty cheap. These Sideshow indies, even though they aren't the best, I think that the DX05 is a little bit better. They're still pretty sought after. So anyway, I'm glad I got that. And thank you to Daniel for grabbing that for me.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that there's a lot of really obscure and older stuff there, because these warehouse sales happen every 2 years. Generally, it's all the stuff they've accumulated from returns and damaged products on displays. And stuff like that, I thought wouldn't have been released in the last 2 years.
No, this is old. This is older, I think.
So I don't know where they've been holding on to that and why they decided to put it...
2015.
Yeah, that's strange.
This could be a leftover from the previous sale because it wasn't that big last time. 2 years ago, not many people knew about it. They thought it was going to be a bit rubbish. They didn't come. But this year, huge line, as you would have seen from the earlier clips. So maybe that's a carryover from the previous sale. Perhaps. Yep. That's me speculating.
Yeah, but it's also good that they're labelling on the box very clearly what's wrong with it. You don't have to go rifling through the packaging and, it's hectic with lots of people around you. So
sometimes you just want to open it to make sure, but most of the time you don't need to. Exactly. Anyway, this guy, a lot of people, as soon as I picked this up, this was the only one. Everyone was like, hey, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Apparently, this is really hard to find. And I didn't know that. I just wanted a carbonized Mando because I like the sort of pearlescent paint effect. If you've watched any of the videos on Justin and Stef, you would have seen when we were in New York, I was hunting for this. We went to pretty much...
Yes,
this is the one.
This was an exclusive.
Yeah, this was released on Triple Force Friday, not with the Popcultcha sticker on it, though, obviously. When we were in New York, I went to pretty much every Target, every... what do they call it? GameStop? They call it GameStop, right?
Yep.
We went to a bunch of stores. Didn't find them. I managed to get one at the Popcultcha sale. He was full price, so $49.95 Australian dollars. But apparently he's worth a hell of a lot more than that. I want to open him, but I've been told... I'm not allowed to open him.
Everyone's
saying don't open him. So I don't know. At the moment he's in the box. I really want to open it. I'm not one of those people who really buy stuff and then try to resell stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to flip it. You wanted it.
I actually really want it from day one. So anyway, that is TBD on that guy. Let's talk about Mezco. My obsession for like 5 minutes it was, but I saw this and I couldn't pass it up. For those of you who know about Mezco stuff, this Superman is incredibly hard to find, and the good thing is it's got a window, it's installed upside down. This Mezco Superman is incredibly hard to find, and of course, I got it for $50. $50.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think they just wanted to get rid of it.
I think it's ex-display. The Mezcos unfortunately weren't labelled with what's wrong with it, or, you know, the fault. But the package seems to be in pretty good nick. The figure just from the window itself looks fine. As you can see, $50 all over it. So these are about 150 Australian dollars usually. So that's about $100 off.
Yeah.
And he's sold out.
Yeah.
So I'm super happy with that. And we'll get to the hot toys in a second because I know that's what everyone wants to see. Another Mezco, we got Flash. I'm pretty sure he's in good nick. This is a fairly recent release. I'm not sure if there's a year on here, but I'm pretty sure this is a 2018 or 2019 release. I don't know what's wrong with this again. I literally just slid out the little window, opened him up, and he looked fine, just like Superman. $50 again. You can't pass that up.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but maybe we will when we open it up and we'll be like, oh damn, I shouldn't have bought that. But anyway, we'll find out. We also got this guy, Darkseid, for $70. Those of you who don't know what this is, the Mezco Darkseid is a polystone and die-cast figure. Super heavy. And usually I think it's like $2.99 Australian, or maybe it's $1.99. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
Even if it's $1.99, this is a huge saving. The box is a bit dinged up, but I really don't mind.
Yeah, if its issue is that it doesn't have the original cardboard.
No, I actually remember what the issue was.
Yeah.
One eye doesn't light up.
Oh.
So maybe that's a wiring issue. I might be able to fix that. I don't really install batteries in my figures anyway.
Yeah.
I'm actually totally fine with the eye not lighting up, especially for $70 for this guy. Super cheap. And actually have been really wanting to build out the Justice League in Mezco format, but the comic sort of version, so that works quite nicely for that. So now, there's only one more Mezco figure that I want to talk about, and it's this one right here. People who know Mezco are probably freaking out. This guy is long since sold out. He's a very old figure. I don't know why they even had this. This is one of the original in the 1/12 line, but it's Dark Knight Returns Batman. So I've been looking for this for a while as well. I don't know why they had it. It was $50. I looked again at it. It looks fine. I don't know. Didn't really see anything wrong with it. So I was more than happy to take their Dark Knight Returns Batman. Anyway, let's talk about some hot toys. This guy right here. This is, of course, Force Awakens Luke. Old man Luke in his Jedi robes. $150. He's missing the little stand arm for his display base. That's it.
Okay.
For $150.
Which you can replace too.
I have many around. And, you know, $150 for this guy is pretty darn good. I think you're probably thinking, hey, $150 is a bit steep. But don't forget, convert this to US dollars and then you'll see it's actually not that bad. Down here, they usually retail for about $350. So $150, I was pretty happy with that. Now, this one right here, I probably overpaid a little bit. But because this is the last First Order Trooper that I actually need to complete the entire line, I've been looking for him for a while. And I had to have it. I didn't care how much it was. The only issue is damaged packaging. It says it right there on the front. $1.99. I think this is the single most expensive item. Obviously, as a collective, it was pricey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this is the single most expensive item that we got at the sale. $199. That's saying something because these figures are usually pretty pricey, and $199 is not bad. So he's actually taped up. But yeah, the box apparently is damaged. It doesn't actually even... Like, is there some scuffing? Some light scuffing?
Yep.
It looks totally fine.
Yeah, that's not an issue. And don't forget, on top of, you know, all the discounted prices that you see here, at the very end, most of the cashiers were happy to do another deal once they've got your total. So, say you paid, you know, $2,590, they'll say, oh, let's just make it $2,500. Yeah.
They'll even it out, and they were going for the lower value. So we came out to $1,500 the first time. We actually went back a second time. We got a few other things. Came to $1,585, and he knocked it down to $1,500. So huge thank you to the guys at Popcultcha for doing that. This one is, of course, Resistance Ray. Her price tag has long since fallen off, unfortunately, but I paid $150 for her. You've probably seen a picture of me holding this, and Stef was holding the breakfast lady. And yeah, $150. Damaged packaging, I think, again, was the issue. I may as well actually quickly check because she's fairly easy to open up. No, a cracked display base was the issue. I remember.
Oh, okay.
But she looks perfect, absolutely flawless, no issues at all. And again, this was one of the last figures that I needed to complete the Force Awakens line. I actually did have it previously, and I reviewed it, but it's back. I couldn't not have it. Daniel luckily grabbed this for me. Or did you grab this for me?
No, I wasn't. I
Daniel,
was just holding on to the part.
Daniel, thank you. You grabbed this for me, and Force Awakens Luke. Huge thank you goes out to Daniel. Alright, let's talk about this big beast here, shall we? $150.
And you can see at one point they thought they were going to charge $300 for it,
yes.
and they actually crossed it out and changed their mind. And that's happened on a few of these. They have stickers on top of stickers, which means they further mark down the price.
Maybe that's because they were at the sale last year and they've come back, or 2 years ago, and they've come back and changed their mind. But anyway, $150 for the Sideshow Speeder. I've opened it up. It looks okay. I didn't see any breaks or any fractures or stress marks from stuff plugging in, so it looks pretty good. But again, I wasn't really planning on getting any Sideshow stuff, but I've got Endor Luke and Endor Leia is coming. So I thought I may as well get a speeder bike. I don't have a Biker Scout. I'm hoping Hot Toys do one from The Mandalorian. If they don't, I'll probably get the Sideshow one just to sit on his bike. So I'm super hyped that I got this. I didn't think I'd be able to get it.
And this was actually after we'd gone in for the second time. After loading the car completely full and having...
That's boot
yeah.
and front. That's trunk and front for the Americans out there. That's both were full.
We were just going to go home, and then somebody said, oh, no, like, look, they're dragging more boxes into the warehouse as we speak, and there was a guy with a
pallet.
trolley. It was stacked to the nines. So we thought, oh, well, look, the traffic would be bad if we left now, so okay. And they had just opened a box up with two of these.
Yeah, they had two. I got one, Luke got one.
Yeah.
Happy. We're very happy that we managed to get those. Luke, actually, that was his second speeder, so now he's got two. So that's interesting. Anyway, this guy right here is a bit of a steal. It's also rather heavy. Okay, so the issue is mine are broken / missing parts. The only thing that's missing is the battle-damaged helmet. And I actually do have RoboCop, and I have that battle-damaged helmet. So I can actually display this guy with that. But it was $150 for RoboCop with the chair.
And there's the old price tag, $578 this was originally.
Correct. So I've looked through this. It looks totally fine. The damage appears to be that the fingers have fallen off on one of the hands. But for those of you who know anything about RoboCop, they're on ball joints.
Oh.
So they plug back in. Oh. But anyway, the fingers are in there, the hand's in there. I'm going to give that a go. If not, I have spare hands from my other RoboCop figures. And now I've got the chair for $150. So I was super happy with this. RoboCop by himself is usually more pricey than that. So I got the chair now, which I didn't have previously. It's a win-win, especially for that price. So I'm over the moon with that. Now the next one, or the next set of things that we got, I should say, are the Neca Turtles. So I grew up watching the Turtles, and obviously this movie in particular, Neca did an amazing job with the quarter scale line. The only issue is, in Australia, they're incredibly expensive. They're $199 each. So when I saw these guys for $80 each with damaged packaging, it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah. You weren't going to hold on to the box, I don't think.
No, especially not in this state. The boxes are going to be going in the trash, unfortunately. But we've got Donnie, we've got Raph, we've got Leo as well. They did have Raph in the disguise, but I didn't actually go for him. I just got the normal turtle. I didn't get the disguise version. Again, $80, damaged packaging. I have, unfortunately, had to order Mikey at full price, but because of the savings that we made on all the other turtles, it kind of makes up for it. And you need all four. You can't not get four. And then the final one that we got was Shredder, who actually came out fairly recently. $80. He was originally $150 with damaged packaging, but I guess they decided no, they want to do $80, so they've marked him down to $80, and he looks pretty good. Again, just damaged packaging is the only issue. His eyes look a bit funky.
I was going to say he looks a bit cross-eyed.
I don't know if they can move. Hopefully they can. I have never owned a quarter scale Neca figure ever. So for those of you who are in the collecting realm, I know it's probably sacrilege me saying that, but I've never owned any quarter scale Neca stuff. I'm aware of how good they are usually, so we will find out. This is my first voyage into quarter scale Neca stuff. We'll find out if they're any good. And yes, Mikey is on the way, so don't worry. The Turtles won't be on their lonesome for long. But anyway, that's the haul.
Yep, I'm a little worried about spacing now. There's a lot of stuff and not a lot of room to put them, but
it'll be fine.
Yep, we'll make it work.
We're going to make it work. Either way, huge thank you to Daniel, to Luke, and everyone at the Popcultcha sale for putting the time and effort into making the sale as big and as awesome as it was. Unfortunately, we got very soaked. We got drenched.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time they can put up some tarps, because that would be much appreciated. But either way, huge thank you goes out to you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.
I just caught this little asshole licking my leftover steak. It doesn't bother me. There's nothing he can't have there, but he's a little scavenger. He's just mad he got caught. And Belle has made use of a leftover tote bag from the Popcultcha sale. It's now her bed. It's now hers.